mind-blowing. And man, it was a lot of work. Who am I to reject the opportunity? I'm here to keep it. Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Actor Central with this beauty. Now, I have always been saying another episode of monologues with this beauty, but I've come to realize I'm not doing that much of monologues anymore, though they're still my main content. But I've also thrown in a few other videos in there, like when I talked about tips on how to get status as an actor, when I talked about my first experience on a professional set, and now I'm talking about my experience on Graveyard Queens. Now, for those that don't know what Graveyard Queens is, it was a play that was played in Brayside School, directed by Nice Kithinji and Yokabi Masharia from Shots from Africa. And guys, exquisite story right there. But I got my opportunity to work backstage, and I'm here to share my experience. Now, if you're regular with the kind of content that I do on this channel, you know that I'm not here to just say I met the most amazing people and had the time of my life. Now, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy my time as an actor and the experiences that I go through as an actor, but I just want people out there to understand that it's not all fun and roses and flying in the sky. It is work, and every work has its good sides and its bad sides, so I'm here to just let it out for you because I'm letting you learn from me. So let's get started. So for starters, how did I even get to be backstage in this? Because I don't work for Shots from Africa. I am in a class with Nice Kithinji, the talent studio, and she mentioned that they need some volunteers to work backstage as stagehands. And who am I to say no? Who am I to reject the opportunity? I was fast to raise my hand. I said, me please, I would love to be part of this. And so I found myself there when they what do you call these? Not rehearsals. Man, I need to get my terminology as an actor straight because the times I've embarrassed myself are a bit too many. Anyway, I got myself there when they started doing the setup for the play. I'll just call it setup. So that's how I got to be backstage as stagehands, and it was completely a volunteer job. It was like pro bono, but I loved. I really wanted to do it for the experience, and I loved the idea of getting to actually be backstage at a play, because I have never actually done theater, and I've never been backstage for a big theater project. So this was, for me, something I was really looking forward to. And when they said the call times, my face went a bit sore. Yeah, it was a bit sore. So I always knew that call times for film sets are really early. Only also for theater. So the show is happening at 7 p.m. My beautiful self is supposed to be there at 6 a.m. My face did that like what? But of course it was not my face, it was like the face inside my face. But this face was like, for sure, yeah, absolutely. But I didn't really understand the point of why we had to be there very early, because we're not going to rehearse, we're not going to do anything. It's like, and yesterday we spent the whole time setting up stage, so why are we supposed to be? It didn't make sense to me, but it came to make sense when we actually got onto the set and started preparing for the show at 7 p.m. Not the entire 12 hours. Like, I was even asking my fellow volunteers, guys, why do you think we're going so early? Like, is it really that necessary? And they were like, I don't also think so, but like, let me tell you why I got to know that it was necessary to be early. Those people are perfectionists. Good for them. And that's something that I lack. Like, I'm not very detailed with things, so I'm just like, however it turns out, wherever the wind goes. But one thing I learned there is that nothing is just like gonna happen perfectly if you don't put in the work. So we go there and we have to get prepped on how to do mics, on their costumes and the order of their costumes, the cast that is, because I was stage hands. I mean, I just needed to make sure the cast is flowing smoothly backstage, I guess, and to make sure that their mics were on and off and stuff, to make sure their props are in order and all that stuff. And man, it was a lot of work. It sounds little. Like when I was told about it, I was like, that's nothing. I mean, that's not much. But I never got a chance to sit down. To just sit down and breathe oxygen. I didn't. It is a lot of work. A lot of running up and down, because the thing is, as I said, this was a big theatre project. And a lot of big names were gonna come to watch the show. So it had to be seamless. It had to be perfect. And when I was being prepped about the mics, which I did not understand a thing they were saying, I was like, I need like 3 days to get to understand this well. But I mean, I caught on. Those 12 hours eventually seemed like they were nothing. Like there was no time at all. So we get their costumes ready, we get their props ready, we get the stage looking fire. But then the stage manager was doing a dope ass job. I'm not sure if I can say her name. Whatever, I'm not gonna say it. But she did an amazing job setting up that stage. Like, you see, when the stage looks like, wow, that's dope, that's fire. Can possibly get better than that. She makes it better. So it was supposed to look like a living room for an elderly person, like a person in her 50s and 60s. So it's not very modern. It's kind of old-fashioned. And she did every detail. Like when you walk onto that stage, you actually feel like you're in an elderly person's home. And I was like, this is mind-blowing. She did a wonderful job. But aside from that, I was just getting things in order. So this is what I was doing there. I have actually reached a point. So how did I get there? Through Talent Studio. What was I doing there? I was backstage, putting everything in order. So there was 5 people in the cast. No, sounds like little. And I also thought they were little until I saw the work, and I was like, if there was more than 5 people, I don't think I'd have made it through this day alive. Yeah. But they said that each of us is gonna have like one cast member that we're going to take care of with everything. So I was given the main character. Her character name is Ida, and I had to make sure Ida looked fly and everything. She's entering. Now this looks easy. This sounds easy until you know that you have a 30-second window before she changes her entire costume, her wig, her shoes, her props, her nails, and then goes for the next scene. 30-second window. You guys, the preparation was crazy for my 18-year-old peanut brain. And I was working with people who were 20 and above. Stop. But I did it anyway. I can adjust like a kiwi. So we had a stage manager, like an overall manager who was like making sure we're also like on standby and we're also like moving smoothly, because she had worked with the cast and the script much longer than we had, so she had a better idea of like the time frames and stuff like that. So she'd keep us on our toes. Now, from my fellow volunteers who really complained about that manager who was managing us, but I honestly feel like we couldn't have done a seamless job if it were not for her. Like, personally, I feel that way. And she was quite bossy. I wouldn't lie, she was a bit bossy. But I felt like that was part of her job. I mean, how else is she supposed to tell you to move or do something or be on standby? Like, she can't come and be like, sweetie, please be on standby. She'll have to be like, standby now, let's do this, let's do that. Like, she was also busy and like, I don't know. To me, she was really nice, and she made sure everything ran well, and she did her job excellently. But people said that she was a bit too bossy and whatever. But I'm young, I'm 18, I'm used to being bossed around by everyone because I'm young. I don't know if I should be. Oops, if I am. But I feel like because she was also young, other people felt like but this is not about other people, right? This is about me. This is about my experience. I'm sorry for that. I really am. I am. So how did I feel about being on that set? I felt nervous most of the time. I did feel nervous, but it kind of washes away with time. I was tired a lot of the times because we're arriving here at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. We're gonna leave that set at like 10 p.m. and there's not much time to like sit around and do nothing. Yeah, I felt tired a lot. Like I just remember sitting down and yawning for like 3 minutes straight, just yawning like and then I'd yawn again and again and again for like 5 minutes, and then I'd get up and have to run again. My feet, these feet you see here, were tired. Here, I was running up and down stairs like I was built for that, and it wasn't. I mean, I was going through a lot. My body was literally wearing away. But I made it. It was just 4 days, guys. I made it. Yeah, I did. Here I am to tell the story. I didn't die. So, I felt tired most of the time. I felt nervous because you see I'm working with Kina Nice and Yakobi Masharia. And you don't want to make you don't want to be the one who flawed and messed everything up. So like it's always being on your toes. But I'm so grateful that I felt that way because I'm very relaxed. I'm a very relaxed individual. I go wherever the wind goes, you know. But that taught me that I always have to keep that urgency going and to be more efficient with how I do things. So yeah, that's how you get tired being an actor. Yeah. At this point, let me just throw in that if you don't want to pursue acting or the field of entertainment in general, don't try. You'll get so burnt out. You're gonna feel like it's useless, and there's just a lot. So if you don't have that resilience for staying on and that passion that just drives you to go on set every day, you might end up giving up early because it's not all roses. And you do get to make amazing friendships. You do get to meet amazing people, and there's a lot of fun, goofy times. And those are good, but there's also some times that you're gonna feel like your head wants to get away from your body and be somewhere far. So if you're not very passionate about it, you might end up quitting. But if you are passionate like I am, I don't know how, but you're gonna be told to be here at midnight and you're gonna be there at midnight. Don't ask me how. What are my thoughts? My thoughts are that it's very important to have let me rephrase that. It's very important to have in your mind what you want to give an audience all the time. You have to work hard. You have to purposefully want success for it to come. You can't just do anything for the sake. The way I saw Nyokafi and Nice directing everything and making everything go seamless and beautiful, I was like, I've just done it, you know, but like they don't just do anything, they make sure it's perfect, and that's commendable. Now, if anything I said didn't make sense, I don't know how, but I talk like that, so shut up. We were also very well taken care of, by the way. I don't know why, but I hear a lot of people say that set food usually sucks. Set food is just always pizza and whatever and whatnot and just stuff. But I feel like in every set I've been, we've been fed well. The food was bearable. It was good. It was good. And we also had coffee. If it was not for that coffee, I'd be dead. Guys, we'd be talking a whole different story. I'd vlog my funeral. What did I like or dislike? I did not like let me start with the dislikes so I can finish this video on a good note. There you go. I did not like the, how do I put this in a nice way? I felt sometimes a bit misused. Yes, it was a volunteer job, but I felt like I had to sometimes push myself a little bit beyond what I was willing to, but I did it anyway, but like it wasn't funny. I didn't like that I would see some things go wrong on that set. I'd voice them out, but nothing would be done about them. And they were flaws. To me, they were big flaws. And it was like, guys, just listen to me. I'm trying to say that this doesn't work. But whatever. And sometimes I had to take in some very harsh words. I mean, I'm not a sensitive soul, but no one likes to hear harsh words. Like, you're irritating me, you're bothering me, and making me sick right now. Not those words, but differently. Yeah, I'm not very good at sharing the dislikes because I'm a man pleaser. Oops. What did I like? I liked the success. I liked that every day we put in all that work and the theater would be packed and there would be a nice reaction from the audience. I loved that. I loved to see the work going into some sort of success. I also loved the food, as I said. I loved the people on the set. They were very, very understanding human beings, very considerate, very nice, like nice. And it's just good vibes. Though I'm not sure everyone would say the same, but for me, to be honest, they were just good vibes. And is there anything else I would like to throw in here real quick? No, there's not. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If there's anything else you'd like me to answer, there's a comment section. You just type down there and tell me, I'd like to know more about this, I'd like to know more about that, and whatnot. I will start getting my monologues in soon. I feel like I do these monologues to help me grow, and I also want to participate in the Africa Monologue Challenge. So guys, send your love. I'll let you know when I do submit. And yeah, I guess that's it. Like and subscribe to the normal YouTube rhyme. I will see you in my next video. I heart you and bye.